Support for City Series Baseball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome to University of Akron for City Series high school baseball action. Host team Ellet Orangemen facing the Kenmore Cardinals today. Joe Pacansky, Dave Schick, Peter George with you on a sunny afternoon.
And now when you look at it, it looks like it's sunny and warm, but it's only one of the two. It's just sunny. It's not hot, but it's comfortable in the sun.
It beats 40.
Yeah.
With a 40-mile-an-hour wind.
Our last broadcast, which had gray skies and rain and 40-mile-an-hour winds the whole time. But it's a beautiful one here in the University of Akron, who has graciously worked out the agreement to let the Ellet Orangemen come here and play their season while their field is being used to construct a new school. And certainly they've got a lot of use out of it because of the fantastic facilities here at the University of Akron, and they'll be able to get some of their home games as well as some away games because of the good drainage and professional field here. They're able to keep it in great shape, and these guys have played more games this year than they have ever in the past because of the conditions here.
Makes a big difference having a good facility to get games in, especially in the springtime here in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, and you'll see that I feel they use this field, this home field, kind of to their advantage. They're used to the big backstop space, so they're really going to try to block balls that get away from them. And you'll see Edwards do a good job of blocking those so that way they don't get back there, because he knows it's a long way back there to get it if that ball gets past him. And they also like to hit to the gaps that we've seen and use that space.
Oh, sorry about that, partner. First pitch is an off-speed pitch by Griffin Malik for strike one. Malik, the right-hander on the mound for the Orangemen. Matt Edwards, his battery mate, dots the I there on the outside corner. 0-2 to Kyle Fagan, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals. We'll go through the rest of the Cardinals lineup after this pitch. 0-2 offering is in the dirt. 1-2. Batting second for the Cardinals, shortstop Nick Caprillan. Batting third, the center fielder Cody Pace. In the cleanup spot, the pitcher John Varney. 1-2 offering. Curveball taken for strike three, looking for the first out of the ball game. In the 5-hole, the catcher Jake Perkins. In the 6th spot, the left fielder Anthony Pace. Batting 7th, third baseman Vinny Larita. Batting 8th, second baseman Anthony Nolan. And batting 9th, the right fielder Kenzel Dickerson Brown. Nick Caprillan to the plate, and Malik is pounding the strike zone right now.
And we've seen Malik in the past, throws the ball hard. He has a little control, and you'll see that there. The control issues, from start to finish aren't there, but he has, little segments of his game where it is dynamic and he's able to really zone in, but it's trying to keep that focus going throughout the entire outing.
Ground ball to second. Eaten up and thrown over by the second baseman Tyler Western for the second out of the inning. Caprillan retired 4-3. And we'll see how Coach Sarver handles his pitching staff today, partner. Besides this league game, Division I tournament starts on Thursday as they have a matchup coming up. And if they win that on Thursday, they're going to have to play again on Friday. So we'll see if he blows Malik out or if he maybe throws a bunch of guys today. Gotten ahead on all three hitters so far. Cody Pace, the center fielder for the Cardinals. Fastball, and that's chopped in the ground. Going to be a tough play, but coming to get it and throwing high at first, but a nice tag by the first baseman, Garrett Haverstick, and that retires the side in order. And after 1/2 inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, none left on. Ellet coming to bat. Ellet Orangemen coming to bat. We'll set the batting order for them here in the bottom of the first. Leading off the center fielder, Caleb Schramm. Batting second, shortstop Jacob Klein. Batting third, the third baseman, Joe Williams. In the cleanup spot, first baseman Garrett Haverstick. Batting fifth, left fielder Steve Cody. Batting sixth, the right fielder Cameron Brake. In the seventh spot, the second baseman Tyler Western. Batting eighth, catcher Matt Edwards. And batting ninth, the pitcher Griffin Malik. On the mound for the Cardinals, John Varney. His battery mate, the catcher Jake Perkins. For ball one. Oh, I did that twice. I keep stepping on that, knocking my headphones off. That one's upstairs as well, 2-0 on Schramm. How long till I drop this on the dugout too?
Yeah, that's part.
Could happen.
Part of the fun.
I'm not a good jump roper. I think it's your cord that's getting me.
You were stepping on my cord.
I know, it's in my way.
Hey, get out of here.
It's my personal space.
I tried to put it behind your
That didn't
your
work
feet.
out. We'll try again next inning. .3-0 offering over on the outside corner. Schramm taking all the way. I think my chair's too close. I'll get comfortable by the time we're done here. High maintenance.
How many innings is this?
I might go sit over there on a track. Back-to-back strike, runs the count to full.
Yeah, battled back on this one a little bit.
Good to be back on campus, hey, partner?
Love it.
All the way back. Schramm waves at that one for the first out of the ball game, strikeout. That will bring Jake Klein to the plate. Okay, stirrups, yay or nay for the Orangemen?
Yay.
Okay.
I like him.
Not bad. Klein takes that one on the inside corner for strike one.
See, I think they're going to get a good look at him, but second time around this order, it's going to be interesting to see what other stuff he has to get by him, because they're going to look at him now.
We've seen him once before against Firestone, and that was kind of their recipe. High pitch count, high strikeout count that first time through, and the Falcons got to Varney the second time through. Good 0-2 offering there. Looked like maybe a slider. Klein did not offer. Klein gets into that one and hits it deep to left field. The wind holds it up though, and running under it is the left fielder, Anthony Pace. Got a good jump on that one. And tough to get one deep here at Lee Jackson Field, where the wind ceremoniously blows in about 90% of the time.
Yeah, well, it blows in, and then with that high wall and the other buildings, as soon as you get that, and you saw it there, that fly ball just dies in the air, and you lose all your velocity coming off the bat as soon as it gets above those two things.
Joe Williams, the batter, takes strike one.
I think Joe, who was our player of the game, Peter? It was Joe Williams, wasn't it? It was. Flurry's Cafe player of the game last time. I think he had 3 hits and like 3 RBIs.
Yeah, he swings it, no doubt. Pretty aggressive hitter. Him and Steve Cody like to get after fastballs early in the count, and why not?
Well, they had 2 times that he was up, runners in scoring position, and able to get just a solid hit to clear some of the bases out and keep the inning going. I mean, 2 outs, they were so close, and they just couldn't get Joe Williams out to get out of the inning.
2 out hits and bullpens. That's the story of major league seasons. You have both of those, you usually have a good record, chance of playing the postseason. You don't, or you have defense let you down, you become a 500 team in baseball. 3-1 now, hitters count for Williams. Good eye as he draws the base on ball. 2-out walk for Williams brings Garrett Haverstick to the plate. Haverstick at first base this afternoon. Pretty long to the plate as Varney. I think we may see Williams time him up and try to get a jump here and swipe it back. Got a decent lead at first base. And he gets a huge jump. And Haverstick rips one into the gap. It hangs in the air, though. And a nice play in center field. Couple of hard hit balls for the Orangemen. But Varney gets out of it with no harm done after one complete. We're still scoreless. Top of the second inning, 4-5-6 due up for Kenmore. Varney, Perkins, and Pace.
Had a chance to talk with the Ellet coach before the game. That's what he had to say about a starting pitcher.
Can you tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher today, what attributes he has and strengths that he brings to the mound?
Well, we're going to start Griffin Malik. Griffin has thrown real well. He pitched some real good ball games last year as a sophomore, and now he's a junior. Has a decent fastball, has an improving curve. He's gotten better with that. He's just working on little things, some things like being quicker to the plate to keep runners from getting a better jump against him, and little things like that. But overall, he's a much improved pitcher and pretty quality.
He drops the curveball in, 1-1. On his competitor on the mound, John Varney. Fastball gets in and it's fouled out of play. One-two count. Yeah, well said by Coach. How I talked about Griffin and how gave him some good innings, but he's working on those little things to become a more complete pitcher. And he just blows the fastball by. Well, that was on the transfer, but they'll throw him out anyway. That's the catcher's reaction. It's on the transfer. And I think he was right, but nonetheless, he's retired. Varney on the strikeout. And that was well set up there by Malik as he threw it off speed and he just pumped that fastball, went a little bit above the hands for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring the catcher, Jake Perkins, to the plate. Misses with the off speed. Perkins doing the catching today for the Cardinals. Misses with the fastball, 2-0. Just misses outside on the 2-0 offering. Now Malik with some work to do to avoid the first base runner for the Cardinals. Drills that fastball on the outside corner. Three-one offering fielded by Malik, and he flips over to first easily for the second out. Perkins retired, 1-3. That will bring Anthony Pace to the plate, who made a nice running catch in center field on Haverstick's shot to end the last inning. Fastball evens the count, and partner, you can feel the wind picking up here. Even though it's a relatively calm day, that wind always
Getting a little cooler too.
always ever
Dropped a couple degrees out here.
ever present on site here on campus. About 10 degrees colder usually than everywhere else, it feels like. Except the rubber bowl where the wind would be about 35 miles
I was
an
gonna
hour.
say down the little channel to get to Polsky. There's a pretty good wind that comes up there. That's Arctic wind that would come up that route.
I had that winter.
You're running down to the Polsky building.
That winter class there, that walk up from about 10:30 in the morning.
See, I would jog down even if I wasn't late because I just want to get out of there.
Speaking of late, pace late on that fastball for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Malik, and he's retired 6 batters in order after 1.5. Ellet coming to bat. Bottom of the second inning, 5, 6, 7. Steve Cody, Cameron Brake, Tyler Westron due up for the Orangemen.
We'll have our Fleury's Cafe player of the game at the conclusion of today's ball game. Fleury's Cafe, 2202 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls, home of the signature pancake. That's why they give us our signature player of the game here in APS 15.
Cody mashes that high fastball and gets on top of it. As we mentioned, he's not afraid to swing it early in the count, and he does so with a rip. First hit in the ball game. Brings Cameron Brake to the plate, looking to bunt. He pulls it back, takes low, ball 1.
Joe, when you were on first and you're taking your lead, you like your hands on your legs, you like your hands out?
Out. On your legs makes you slower.
Yeah, so he's kind of leaning.
That tells me he's not going. Watch him get a huge jump and go.
Yeah.
I mean, not like out, but just
just ready.
Oh, my goodness, standing up. Like we said, hands on knees doesn't. Good deke move. And, I mean, he went a little too early, whereas it may have gave Varney a chance to step off. But
he could have stopped.
He could have done a cartwheel. He could have gotten something from the food truck. Excuse
Bless
me.
you. God bless your little heart. That's what my kid's grandma says when they sneeze. Like, God bless your little heart.
Said to my Aunt June. That
makes you laugh. That's what grandmas are around for.
Oh, yeah. They're the best.
How'd he get on base? I was worried.
4 straight. Four balls. The fourth one upstairs. And now first and second. And Ellet has the makings of getting something going here with Western. He squares the bunt, takes upstairs, and Varney's going to have to find the strike zone in a hurry here. This Orangemen lineup's pretty potent. The bottom of the order can do damage as well.
Yeah, this lineup, they hit down the lineup 3 times against East. And it was, they just showed the strength that they're hitting. Take a walk here, take a base hit here, stolen base here.
Upstairs, and he just can't find it right now. 7 straight balls by Varney. Ellet Orangemen on a collision course once again to meet in the City Series Championship game with the Firestone Falcons. Rekindle that rivalry.
Oh!
I did not like getting hit on when I had 3 balls. Because you're getting there anyway. But there was no getting out of the way of that one. And Western had a little smile on his face, so that's good. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him here with no outs.
Woo.
Matt Edwards to the dish, the catcher. Varney misses with the first one.
Had a chance to talk with Kenmore coach about him. He's in a bit of a pickle here. That's what he had to say about his starting pitcher.
Coach, can you tell me a little bit about your starting pitcher and the strengths that he brings to the mound today?
We've got John Varney on the mound today. This is his first year really pitching. He's got a strong arm, decent breaking ball. Struggles with control a little bit, but that's expected of a newer pitcher. He hasn't really been pitching that long. He's had some good starts. I'm not even sure what his record is, but he's out there warming up now. If he's on the money, if he's being consistent with it, he can get people out. We try to play good D behind him, but for the most part, he's got the arm strength to get people out just on his own. Again, it's his first year pitching. We've got high hopes for him for next year. We hope he continues to play ball. Not even sure if we're going to have a program, but somewhere he should be playing ball because he's got some skills.
His coach talking about his pitcher on the mound. He's trying to get out of a jam here. Takes the count full. Got the pop-up he needed, but his catcher could not run it down in foul territory. Give Edwards a little second chance there, and he runs the count to full. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Ellet looking to get on the board. Full count, and he paints the inside corner. Big strikeout for Varney. Edwards did not like it. He thought it was in. Big out. That'll bring the pitcher, Griffin Malik, to the plate.
He had RBI look all over his face. I'm going to get myself an RBI. No, I'm going to sit down now.
And Varney, for a first-year pitcher, now he did not look as comfortable in the stretch. But now that he's back in the windup, he looks a lot more comfortable. First pitch fastball over for strike one. Comes back and misses downstairs with it to even the count. Kenmore sitting back here. Looks like they'll try to turn two, maybe at the corners, come home on a ground ball. Good pitch by Varney. He'd like to take another one himself here. Long look in the dugout here. Varney gets the sign, rocks and fires. Good pitch, but Malik drops the head and gets it up the middle. That's going to score one, and it's going to score two. Throw comes home, but it's not in time. Good two-strike hitting by Griffin Malik as he helps his own cause base hit, two RBIs. Scores Cody as well as break on the play.
And it looked like some miscommunication there in that middle of the field. Like one was running, the other thought he was going to, turn on the jets to come get it. They both kind of came together. We just didn't see, someone come hard after it and just miss it. It's like, I thought you had it.
That'll bring Caleb Schramm to the plate. He tries to bunt the first offering. It's foul. Yeah, just Malik went kind of downstairs to get that and did what he could with that pitch. And like I always say, you can't go wrong up the middle. Ball had eyes and it got through. Oh, that's going to be a tough, and that's going to be no play. The third baseman not coming, and Schramm's speed as soon as he got that down, base hit. And now the base is loaded. Third hit of the inning for the Orangemen. Bases loaded for Jake Klein. Who flew out to deep left center in his first at bat, and there's a huge hole in left center again. (2-0) Orangemen, kind of looking to widen this margin here in the second inning.
Again, not getting in that strike zone. It is low, inside. And now we're getting to the point where, they saw kind of one go around. I thought that was going to be kind of a difference for him, whether he could give him something different look-wise.
Not very deep. They're going to try to score him, and no, they're going to hold him. Good throw in left field by Pace. That one not deep enough to score him. Looks like Klein maybe went up the ladder a little bit to get that one 2-0. Borderline strike. And the wind kind of knocked it down. Second out of the inning.
I think he would have been happy just with the sac fly, which he was pretty close. He just brought it in a little too much, and a nice run in defensively where he catches and is able to throw as soon as he does. And the runner has to stay there as he looked at it, and Western's like, I'm not going to make it. I got to go back.
Huge out for Varney here if he can get out of this, leave the bases loaded. Good off-speed pitch, misses outside though, 1-1 on Williams. Williams looking for that 2-out hit, 2-0 Orangemen lead, looking to add on.
Now he's patient at the plate. He's gonna make him pitch him out of this inning. And you can see it there as he takes a second ball.
Williams, the 8th batter of the inning for the Orangemen. Good save, and the ball is stopped enough that nobody can advance. But now nowhere to put Williams. 3-1. You got to come to him here. And this has got to be perfect for Williams, or he can let this one go by. If not, rocks and fires, and that's a no-doubter in the dirt. Ball 4. Williams gets an RBI to make the score 3-0. Everybody moves up 1. Western trots home on the play. Garrett Haverstick to bat. He takes strike 1. He lined out the center to end the first inning.
Yeah, some dancing out there by Scram on second base. It looks like he's ready to steal third if there wasn't somebody there. He's taking the big lead, hoping for a decent-sized hit. And he's going to come barreling through.
1-1 count. That one's wild, and that one's going to go all the way to the backstop, and Malik hustles in to score. Wild pitch, and now we're at 4-0. So, again, what Kenmore needed to avoid to stay in this ball game. That big inning. Although Ellet hasn't exploded, they've combined 3 hits with a couple walks and a hit by pitch to kind of extend things here. And Varney's control has been an issue. 3-1 now on Haverstick. Does have a base open here. And Haverstick rips that one to center. And he's hit 2 balls right on the screws. Nothing to show for it as he lines out. As you want to do on this field, just make him put it in play because it's not always a hitter's ballpark. But Ellet does get 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2. And after 2, they lead by a score of 4-0.
That's my old story.
Top of the 3rd inning, 7, 8, and 9. Loretta, Nolan, and Dickerson Brown due up for the Cardinals.
So we were talking about being old and knowing that you're old. I was, walking over here and walking over next to the student center, walking behind a college-age couple in front of me, and she's talking and he's listening to her. And I'm just listening to these two interact with one another. I'm like, I wanted to walk and be like, hey, buddy, this ain't going to work out. You guys aren't going to end up together. It's just.
You could tell by the conversation.
I could tell by she's just talking and he's not paying attention.
The body language, yeah.
He's not paying attention to a single thing she's saying. I'm like, dude, buddy, this ain't working out. I know this is the time in college when
cut your losses.
Trying to find your mate, but you're not it for her, and she's not it for you because you ain't paying attention. Spoken by a married man that tries not to pay attention as much as he can.
But it doesn't work out if you don't. You just get in trouble. You got to be selective.
When am I paying attention?
Malik goes inside, doesn't get the call. 3-1. Just missed.
But I definitely felt old because I wasn't listening to what they were saying. I wasn't listening to, I was just like, man, these guys aren't going to end up together. And I'm like, why am I thinking this? There's no reason why. I'm not Dr. Phil, although I do play one on TV.
You just know.
You can tell. You can tell at our stage of life. You can be like, hey, by the way, it ain't happening.
That one fouled over to Club Cadet Field.
When you've been in the battlefields of marriage, you know what it takes. And you, sir, don't have it.
Larita at third base, trying to be the first base runner for the Cardinals. And he takes, I might have had a little something to say to the umpire on that one. That looked like ball four to me. But that looked low.
I was going to say, Joe, what's the memory from this field you can share with us?
Well, there's lots, but I
mean, appropriate ones.
I hit the only grand slam of my entire career here.
Really?
Yeah, and it was one that you could watch. So I did.
Which wall did it go over?
About right. It's probably over the 370 sign.
Woo!
But I mean, way over. It was like I said, you could watch it. But a lot of fond memories. Played a game where it was about 9 degrees here. Not one of the fondest memories.
Oh, baseball in Ohio.
Yeah.
So the frostbite.
And Michigan and a lot of other cold places.
Wind chill is.
But, I mean, we got to play some nice venues. This field always well taken care of. And amazing sometimes how it was ready to play. It would rain for 3 days straight. We'd get the tarp off and we'd play. Nolan with a defensive swing just to foul that one off and stay alive. College sports, it's a full-time job, especially at this level, but give me a chance to see a lot of nice places. A lot of bus travel is not my favorite memory, but getting a chance to play in Canal Park the year it opened. I mean, that great venue. To play in Three Rivers Stadium before they blew it up. Big places like the University of Florida, Texas Tech. Another 2 guys in a row run the count full. Malik won the battle last time. Can see if he can do it again. And nice squeeze by Edwards. Malik gets behind 2 hitters but comes back both times with strikeouts. And he looks real good so far. 5 strikeouts already for Griffin. Dickerson Brown takes ball 1 just inside. Big curveball. He must have wrapped around the plate.
Yeah.
And then he comes right back with a fastball on the outside corner. Good pace by Malik, not wasting a bunch of time getting the ball, getting the sign and going. Hits the same spot again.
Yeah, he's got to get this bat off his shoulder.
Do you go back out there again? I do. Maybe a little further out. And he does, and he hits the spot. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Malik, 6 Ks, perfect through 3. 4-0, Orangemen. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Steve Cody going to lead things off. Oof. First pitch fastball taken for strike one.
Yeah, we got to see if Varney's going to kind of get into that groove that he saw Malik get into, where he's just taking the signs and delivering.
At this venue with the wind howling in, there's a premium on
Yeah.
throwing strikes. Make them get 3 or 4 hits to earn those runs. That's been the key. Nice little slow curve ball there.
Now, is he thinking, now, are they talking about throwing maybe lower in the strike zone to see if you can get those pop-ups because they've had success, with that wind kind of keeping them up there?
Well, I think maybe even going up in the zone, especially with the fastball. Right there is a good location. Varney gets his second strikeout as he challenged Cody. And Cody swings through it for the first out. Good sequence there by Varney as he went fastball, he gets ahead, and then he comes with the slow deuce, which they really haven't seen much, and then he, changes the speed.
Well, and that's that little difference, second time facing a batter, that is going to be important with this lineup. Is it going to be more what I saw the first time, or is it going to be something a little different that I can catch him off with and get maybe one extra strike on him?
Well, yeah, dominant fastball gets you through that order one time, but if it's straight, it doesn't matter how hard it is. There's a ball that's pounded down the right field line, but foul. That second time through, you got to have some type of a secondary pitch or great location. Be able to at least use both sides of the plate with that fastball.
Now, when you're coming up to bat, are you thinking about what you saw the first time, or are you looking for something different? Like, all right, if I see this, then I know where that ball's going.
Depends on the count. I mean, that second time through, you kind of know what the guys had. And I've always said you gotta be ready to hit in the on-deck circle. You can't take a pitch when it might be the best pitch you see when you're at the plate. You got to get your timing down in that on-deck circle. But first pitch, you're ahead in the count. You're sitting on what your best pitch is to hit. For most people, it's a fastball in your hotter location. You get behind the count, you got to widen out that zone a little bit. That's why it's so important to get ahead. Break just shows the speed once again as he beats that one. Once that second hop got by the pitcher, there's really no chance to get break. Infield single. And some guys truly guess hit. I mean, they sit on one thing and they guess, and if it's not that, they'll either take it or swing through it. Me, I was more of a contact hitter, and my hands were not fast enough to sit on anything but fastball and then adjust to off speed.
I gotta put the sleeves down. Peter.
Yeah, I did
chilly.
too.
It's getting chilly. I came out here. It was
wow,
warm.
that is a heck of a. That went all the way into the dugout.
Pay attention out there. Anything could happen. Yeah, I went to work out on Monday, and usually I bring the ankle socks for when I'm working out. I like those. And then I went back, but I didn't switch the socks out when I went to go work out. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll just wear the ankle socks. And I was like, no, I can't wear ankle socks and pants. I just feel that it's just a weird draft going on. That's no good. So I got out to the car and just switched socks back again. It's like even workout socks are better than these clean ankle socks with my boots on. It's just, I can't do it. I've seen people do it. I tried it. I failed. I had to change. Little side note for everybody.
Western attempted a bunt there, fielded by Varney, and threw him out by a step at first for the second out. And partnered with no outs, that would go as a sacrifice. With one out and a runner already in scoring position, that's an attempt. That's a bunt for a base hit, so that just goes as a 1-4 for those of you scoring at home.
I just put mine on, so thank you.
And usually, a lot of times on those plays, it's official scorer's discretion, but not. That's one of those. That one's pretty standard there. Just missed with the fastball.
That's good because I was kind of wrapped up in my sock story.
Yeah, I know. You were channeling your inner younger self there, like the
You
the guy about 100 yards
This
away.
This is why no one takes me to watch a ball game with him.
Ooh. Did he call that a strike? His strike and ball call is very similar.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's quiet enough I can hear it most of the time. 2-2. Varney gripped that one a little too tough, and a good read at third by Break. Wild pitch scores Break for the 5th run. Runs the count full on Matt Edwards. Or that was ball 4. See, so it was. He did call that a ball. So 2-out walk brings Griffin Malik to the plate. He's 1 for 1, single and 2 RBIs.
That's the first time he's thrown the first, right? I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't like that. Stand on the bag that way. Yeah, you gotta go off the bag, I think. Out front.
Should have his right foot in front.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Because you slide into him, you have a problem.
Yeah.
He could have a problem with his leg.
No, you are gonna have a problem with your leg.
You.
No, you are gonna have the problem.
You're out of order. Varney way upstairs. 2 balls on Griffin Malik, the pitcher.
What was? I can't remember the name.
Takes strike 1.
What's the Tom Cruise and Jack Nicklaus in the movie where they're in the Navy?
A few good men. You can't handle
You
the
want
truth.
me on that wall.
Oh, yeah.
You're damn right I put in that order. That's what it made me think of when you said that. Dang right I put in that order.
Did you issue the code red? Wasn't that the
Yeah, code red.
Yeah.
Code red. And then I just love, Jack, great actor.
Oh.
As soon as the verdict comes out, he's like, what was wrong? Well.
He was in that.
Yeah.
He said his piece and then he locked out and he was paying attention. What?
Yeah. Wait, what? Got him.
Full count. They're gonna
Yeah.
probably.
I don't know what he's doing. Kind of look.
What happened? The right fielder is.
He's gone.
He's
His
gone.
stuff's out there.
We'll take a break here and find out what's going on. Back to action here after a momentary delay.
If you watch enough games, you're going to see something for the first time.
Well, put that one in your scrapbook.
Yeah.
3-2 count.
To be determined why he left the field.
Not CD, not coach's decision. Runner goes on the pitch, and it's ball 4. Malik draws the walk, keeping his perfect day going. Edwards advances to second, and then back-to-back 2-out walks. And the pitch count getting kind of high here in the 3rd inning for Varney. Five walks already. That brings Schramm to the plate. Struck out in a bunt single so far. Takes ball 1 low. Some things are just better left unsaid.
There's a lot that can happen.
Good scoop at home by Perkins. 2-0, and they do have Some action in the bullpen. And Kenmore, I know, played yesterday, tournament game, so had to use pitching as well yesterday, so who knows how much they got left in the tank. More games this week scheduled. 4 in the second and 1 so far here in the third for the Orangemen. Swings through it, fouls it off. Full count, runners will be going on the pitch here. Schramm looks like he's just pulling off a little bit there. He doesn't pull off that one. He smashes it, but right to the right fielder, who refreshingly catches that one for the third out of the inning. Hitting a couple of walks. 1 run gets across, and Ellet extends their lead to 5-0 after 3.
Oh, not good.
Top of the 4th inning. And top of the order, Kyle Fagan swings through that fastball by Griffin Malik, who's been perfect here through 3 innings.
I had a chance to talk with Kenmore coach about their team. Pull it up here after the pitch.
My second question, is there a player that you have on?
I must have breathed on it wrong. Hold on.
Fouls that offering, 2-2.
Kind of goes into my second question. Is there a player that?
Oh. Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
Right, yeah. Well, the technical difficulty is going to be my nose being too big and hitting the screen when I was trying to hold there. So here we go.
It kind of goes into my second question. Is there a player that you have on your team that's kind of been kind of a surprise or something that's kind of shocked you so far that you could let us know about?
Well, Anthony Pace has been playing better than we expected this year. He's put the bat on the ball a lot. He's got only a couple of strikeouts on the season. Kyle Egan also, who's hitting leadoff for us. We didn't even have him with us last year. I'm not sure where he was playing, but he's obviously been playing ball somewhere. So he's a first-year player for us as well. He's hitting in the leadoff spot and doing quite well.
Well said by Coach, as Anthony Pace has actually played a really good left field today, made a couple of good plays. And speaking of good plays, Griffin Malik on a ball that probably would have got up the middle, gotten Kenmore their first hit. He picks it clean and robs them. And in games like this, when you're trying to get that, no-no, and in this case, stay perfect through 4 as he does, he retires Cody Pace on the fly out, and through 3.5 innings, Griffin Malik dominant so far. Ellet leading comfortably 5-0.
Had a chance to talk to the Ellet coach about how their season has gone. Here's their interview.
About how your season has gone. I know we covered your last game, and you guys were able to really bat pretty well and put a lot of runs up. But tell me how, in your mind, how your team's coming together as the season starts to end here.
Well, we've had some pretty good ball games against some of the city teams. We had a real good ball game against Firestone, and then had the next day had less of a ball game hitting the ball. So we've been a little inconsistent at times against non-league teams, but right now I think we're in that transition where the weather's warming up, and normally when the weather warms up, you get a little bit better hitting because the hands feel a little bit better, and hopefully that works out for us.
Well said by Coach Sarver. I know I much preferred hitting the warmer it got. And he's saying he hopes with the warmer weather, the bats will heat up here in tourney time and City Series championship time. Jake Klein, the batter. He is flown out to left field both at bats. He swings through that 3-1 pitch. Klein hits out a slightly open stance on the plate.
Good reach for that ball.
Chases probably ball 4, but goes down and gets it. Grounds to the thick rough to the shortstop, Carillon, who throws him out 6-3.
Yeah, and really with a little, probably other fields here in the City Series, that's probably a nice hit. But just soaked up all the speed coming through that grass in the infield.
Yeah. Joe Williams takes strike 1. Real important for Varney to get a quick inning here if he wants to go much longer in this game. As we said, the pitch count getting up there. Williams has walked twice. And he drills one to right center, and I don't think anybody's getting to that one. It lands in there, and he's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. It's about a quarter of the way to third, but that's it. Williams, nice job of hitting that ball where it was pitched. Yeah. One out double will bring Garrett Haverstick to the plate.
Yeah, and you could hear that he hit it squarely on that bat, and it went out there, and it was kind of just in between, even with all the speed coming from center field, not able to get there in time. And you can see there's still a little softness out there because it didn't even bounce really that much off the turf.
It checked up.
Yeah.
A lot of outfield out there. It is a huge outfield. It's 400, but with the way the ball carries here, it plays more like about 420. Wild pitch, and Williams will cruise into third. Haverstick has drilled 2 balls right at the center fielder. If he can do it a third time, he'll at least get a sac fly. Swings through that one, though. Huge gaps in this ballpark, bigger than most traditional high school fields, but classic dimensions at this field. 330 down the line, 370 in the power alleys, and 400 to straightaway center. Not classic high school dimensions, classic collegiate and major league dimensions.
And it's got a nice feel to it because when you look out onto the outfield, you got the trees on the other side of the fence. The fence is solid all the way across, so you don't really see the street or the pedestrian traffic behind there. You kind of can really focus on the baseball game here without a lot of distractions on the field.
Full count to Haverstick. Swings and hooks that one onto the track. Runner better get on it.
Oh!
It was pick up the pace.
It was pretty close to where they were running. They didn't see that one coming.
Close enough that when it hit, there was a little.
Yeah, whoa. I ran that track many times. You know, because a lot of people go to college and then they got to get some exercise in.
Ball 4 to Haverstick. He gets on for the first time. That'll bring Steve Cody 1 for 2 with a run scored to the plate. First and third situation for the Orangemen. Haverstick swipes second base, indifference there. No attempt to throw him out. We'll see if Kenmore stays back or they bring the infield in. Looks like they'll stay back here. Be content with getting the out. Another wild pitch leads to a run. It's like the third run they've got on a wild pitch. Williams scampers in for the 6th run. Haverstick the 3rd. Way upstairs. 2-1 on left fielder Steve Cody. That one gets away and far enough away into the dugout that Haverstick comes in to score. And you start to get the feel here that Varney's just about done, partner. Another walk, and looks like he's going to come out and get him.
Yeah.
Walks doomed him, 7 of them. He scattered 5 hits in his 3 1/3 innings of work. He's responsible for the runner at first, so far Varney gives up 7 runs.
On 5 hits?
Yep, 5 hits. He struck out 2, but walks 7 tonight. Just couldn't find the range consistently enough. And they'll move some guys around. Varney goes to first. And they're going to bring in Anthony Pace, the left fielder, to pitch. And they're going to send the first baseman, Kyle Egan, to left field.
All right, we'll take a break after he gets warm up, and then we'll come back once we get back in action here on APS 15.
Back to action here.
Oh.
That's just Dave playing with electronics.
Hey, I'm excited. This thing worked. Let's see. Who do you think this is?
That's you.
First game and so forth, but tell me how it's coming together, where you think you're at, what are kind of your strengths and weaknesses on your roster as it's put together for today's game?
Well, we did play 4 scrimmages, and we.
Oh, see, coach has been around a lot. When was that? Let's see. Does it have a date on there? Probably not.
Nobody wants to hear your retro.
This is old. It did sound a little tinnier than the iPhone, doesn't it, Peter? Yeah. I don't know.
Cameron Brake at the plate.
I mean, and the speaker on the iPhone isn't fantastic, but that just tells you how terrible this speaker is on the RCA digital voice recorder.
And we just lost RCA as the sponsor.
Yeah, sorry, RCA, your video recorder.
No names, please.
Digital voice recorder. I probably got that in, like 2008? I could probably get a nice digital one now. Well, I guess that one's digital, but with a better speaker.
Somebody's got some food. It smells really good.
Yeah.
We got up there. 3-0 count. It's probably Mickey D's. Who knows?
Yeah, from across the street.
Brake swings through it.
I think it's Penn Station. It's got to be Penn
Grounds the second. RBI ground out.
Yeah.
For Cameron Brake. Retired 4-3. For the second out. Coming in to score, Steve Cody. For the 8th run for the Orangemen.
So that'll do it for Varney. Total of 8 runs in his outing here, and was it 4 1/4 innings?
3 1/3.
3 1/3. Sorry.
Pace rocks and fires. Throws it by Western, who's been hit by a pitch and scored. And also out trying to bunt in the 3rd inning. Just misses inside. Western fouls that off to the right side out of play to even the count at 2s.
Hey, why don't they send the right fielder out there to go get it? No? Okay.
He will.
Yeah. Oh, good hit. Went up high for it.
That one ate him up.
I like reaching for that one, but went to go get it.
Official score, base hit.
Yeah. That's a tough bounce for him to try and come down with it. It was about neck level.
Here's the one time you teach kids when they're younger to come get everything.
Yeah.
There's the one time that you would want to give ground on that ball because there's no time to come get it. But it was ripped.
They're trying to throw him.
Good
we
throw.
got a close one.
And a close play at second, but good jump for Western as he steals second base.
So 2 outs, somebody in scoring position. And that man, Tyler Western, already scored 1 earlier, looking to get his second one.
Pace throws it by Edwards. Pace way ahead here.
Mm-hmm. So when you were here, you get a good amount of attendance here. I mean, there's only kind of 2 areas where you can sit.
When it was nice and when we were good. I mean, it took a combination of the 2 things. One weekend we played home on May Day weekend, and it was packed.
Yeah.
People were on their way to join the festivities. Ground ball over to short. Pace does his job, comes in, gets out of it. But the Orangemen add 3 more, and after 4 complete, it's all Ellet up 8-0. Man. Peter George, Joe Pakanski, Dave Schick with you here from a sunny University of Akron campus. Top of the 5th inning. And on in relief, Matt Cody. Replacing Griffin Malik, who all he did through 4 perfect innings. 7 strikeouts. No base runners. Great job by Malik. Going to turn it over to the bullpen here with an 8-0 lead.
Had a chance to talk with Kenmore's coach, kind of how their season is going. I always like to talk to them and get their opinion on how it's gone as their coach, as they really get a feel for the players throughout the year.
In general, how you've kind of seen it come along to this point and how it makes you feel.
Well, it's kind of been a disappointing season for us. Our record's not that strong. We're 4-7 or 4-8, something like that. Not good. We had a couple of games we were in and we just didn't quite finish out. We had a couple of players this year that were supposed to be with us from last year that we ended up losing through one reason or another. So we ended up shorter than we thought. We've really had, we only got 12 players rostered this year, which is a little tougher. So what we've got basically is a couple of freshmen that have been starting, guys who are playing their first year of baseball, starting in the outfield from time to time. So, other than that, they've been playing well. They're listening good. They're coachable, but we're a little lighter on background this year than we were last year.
So as you hear the Kenmore coaching staff describing their up and down season, you get a ground ball to third, and Kenmore gets their first base runner on an error by the third baseman, Joe Williams.
Oh, this is why I brought the chair. 2 innings up, 1 inning down.
Jake Perkins, the batter. Snap throw to first, scooped by Haverstick.
Oh, good news, Peter. Digital voice recorder is back. I'll be here for, I have 3 games on over the weekend. Loaded up.
Loaded up and fired up from Canal Park. Picked off at first. And Varney runs it out, and that's not what you want to happen when you're down 8 runs, partner. It goes a caught stealing. Nice pickoff by Cody. We've seen that move before. So that erases the error.
They hadn't got a runner on the entire game. The first one gets picked off. Haven't got a hit yet. Great pitching by Malik. Now they get a little look here, different look. Can they have some success now?
Edwards out to talk to Cody, who's been erratically up so far, for the most part. .30 on Perkins. Gets that one over for strike 1. Back with another strike, can run the count to full.
Hey, two people on now. Got to stay on. He could have had first and second.
Mm-hmm.
First and second, no outs. Oh,
Not really going anywhere in that situation. That's why he can't get picked off. Anthony Pace, the pitcher, comes up, and that fastball pumped by him for strike 1. Down the line, Williams ranges to get the play, and it's out on the transfer. Williams with a nice play to go get that one. Ball was dropped by Western, but on the transfer, it's called. Perkins retired on that fielder's choice. Well, 2 outs now, and Vinny Larita to the plate. Larita striking out, looking back in the 3rd inning. Snap throw. Not in time. I gotta smell some grilling out here.
get the charcoal out.
Coach is going to go out there and say, get one stuff off the bag. Misses upstairs. 2-0 on Larita. Playing at third base today. Rocks and fires, misses downstairs, 3-0 now. Cody finds the zone there for strike one.
There's a
It's
lot.
8-0, throw strikes. That's what I got to say. You do have a good move, but that's time is to throw strikes now. Just like that. There you go. That's what I would tell him subtly from the dugout. Or not so subtly, actually. Go get the batter, please. Full count now.
I got this good move, though.
Yeah, no, and plus he picked off one, so.
Yeah.
And he's had him leaning a couple of times. I mean, stay on the base if you're Kenmore. Where are you going? Cody rocks and fires, and there he goes. Perfect pitch, catches Larita looking. So no harm done. A couple base runners for Kenmore, but they can't scratch. And after 4.5, it remains Ellet 8, Kenmore 0. Bottom of the 5th, Matt Cody due up.
Had a chance to talk with the coach about their season and about his seniors this year.
You know, coming through your system, that as you look at those seniors, and this is coming to the end of their season, end of their time at Ellet, that really comes to mind for you?
Well, that's all the seniors. A lot of the seniors have been starters from their sophomore and junior years, and basically from the top with Jacob Klein at short and Joe Williams at third, Garrett Haverstick first base. He moved over from second base from last year. Steve Cody and Matt Cody, the brothers. Steve is a real hard-hitting outfielder, and Matt has been pitching very well against us, for us, and against teams. And overall, Cameron Brake has been coming on lately, and Matt Edwards is an experienced catcher behind the plate. And we've had good runs at certain times, and you're generally, when you have a lot of seniors, you're only going to be as good as your seniors unless you have some outstanding pitching at the lower class.
You could call him Mr. Soundbite.
Senior-laden group.
Yeah.
I mean, he mentioned guys that we've been talking about in many different sports for several years for this Orangemen as they're completing. Yeah, we're in May now, man. We're completing their careers, and what better way to do it? We're in. This is a tune-up game, man. You have tournament this week, and you also have City Series championship on the horizon. Cody drills that one, but right into the wind. Can of corn out there in center field for the first out. So Ellet needs 2 here to end it early. And top of the order, we're going to have a pinch hitter.
Let me get that for you.
For
Joe.
Caleb Schramm. Yeah, you will. That's your job.
What?
I don't know. Give you the tough jobs.
This is number 8 is Ryan Jarvis.
Yeah, Ryan Jarvis, pinch hitting.
He's a senior.
And he's sitting with a good hitter's count here. Takes that one on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Still ahead in the count, 2-1 is Jarvis. Pinch hitting for Caleb Schramm. That one off speed offering floats upstairs. 3-1 for Jarvis. And that one hits him.
Got some love over there.
I like him taking one for the team. Although if you get out of the way on that one, it's still ball 4 because it was inside. But that's not tough. But it is smart. Oh, hoverboard. I wonder if those guys take that to class.
I remember the first couple warm days in spring. You got to break out all your new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first day of the school year. Gotta have something new. Spring dresses come out. Got your shorts. Cutoffs.
Jacob Klein up. And he turns on one and maybe hits that one.
You got to watch out on that
almost to
track.
the odd corner.
Yeah. That track over there is getting a lot of action from this Ellet squad.
Klein looked like a little bit like Dave Schick on the golf course there.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside to the left. Not that one. He squared it up, but it's right at the center fielder. He's going to throw back to first. Jarvis slides back safely. Klein hit it well, but Adam ball. right to Cody Pace, who's really played well in center field today. Good positioning, if nothing else. A lot of hard hit balls right at him. Joe Williams doubled his last at bat to right center. And Jarvis up easy. No attempt to throw. He's into scoring position now. Orangemen need 2 here to end it.
Watch out for the doves across the center.
They try to pick off Jarvis. Yeah, got some birds just kind of meandering along here.
Hanging, playing that center field spot.
Birds are used to having this. They have a club team here, but no varsity team at Akron. What's that been, 2 or 3 years now? 2 years?
I thought it was reinstated.
Not yet.
Oh.
A byproduct of budget cuts. Baseball program scrapped here, which I'm not the person to ask because I have maybe a slanted view, but not coincidentally, the president takes about a little bit after that. And some other things that happen.
Polytech?
Yeah. Williams walks, and he's been on base all 4 times. That will bring Haverstick to the plate.
Certainly making his case for another player of the game honor. Signature player of the game.
Have a tough time.
Yeah. Pitchers had a pretty good outing. Malik dealt
Only
pretty
perfect, yeah. But Williams has been perfect on base.
Yeah,
4 for 4. I mean, a double, a run scored, and 3 walks. Wild pitch. That'll make Ellet a base hit away maybe from ending this thing now as they got 2 in scoring position. And Garrett Haverstick has hit the ball hard twice, lined out to center a couple of times, walked and scored back in the 4th inning. And there it is, and that one's going to drop in, and Williams is going to score, and that should do it. Haverstick went downstairs to get that. Good quick hands by him. And that will do it, partner.
A 10-run game here, and certainly want to give our props to our career education player of the game, and that goes to Griffin Malik. A fantastic pitching by him. No runs given up, as well as 7 strikeouts, and it just really controlled this ball game. You look at it, the first 4 innings, it was 1, 2, 3 up and down, and a lot of those obviously with the strikeouts with the 7 innings. So I want to congratulate him on the Fleury's Cafe signature player of the game, Fleury's Cafe in Cuyahoga Falls, with their signature pancakes, one of our favorites. Certainly in the morning times, open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 3 p.m. Fleury's Cafe, our signature player of the game.
Griffin Malik did it on the mound, did it at the plate. 1 for 1. He drove in a couple of runs. And the Orangemen do it going away here and get out of here a little bit early. Nice tune-up for them as they have their tournament coming up, as they also get set. We'll see them here in a couple weeks in action in that City Series championship game against Firestone. For the Orangemen, 10 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Kenmore zeros across the board, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Nice effort by the Ellet Orangemen to continue their dominance in City Series play. We want to thank everyone making it possible. For Ryan Rittenhouse and for the guy bringing you all the pictures, Peter George, Dave Schick, and Joe Pacansky. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.